down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. You get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted. So y'all, you already know, man. Welcome back to Kfrogtv. Y'all go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Today I'm gonna be breaking it down and speaking to y'all on what was considered my worst day in prison. All right, now I've been through so many different days, good days, bad days. Some days were better than the other. Some things were worse than worse. So for the most part, I'm just going to be breaking it down and speaking to y'all to what I felt like was the worst day ever. All right. And it has to do when I had a jack. I had a cell phone. And this is the only time ever my cell phone got taken by another inmate. You feel me? So some people could say robbed. You know, me, I don't take it as robbed, though. I take it as if that was some thief shit. You feel me? So, but God don't like ugly. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break it down from the beginning. And then, you know, in the comment section, y'all just let me know what y'all feel like. You know? All right, so I had just went to confinement at Charlotte CI. The gang sergeant, you know, he went down to my dorm. I got booked for Kfrogtv. I went to confinement for a knife and a cell phone. During the process of that, when I got booked, my jack was put away where it was at. It wasn't, they didn't find the jack, you feel me? So they didn't find the phone during the shakedown. So it was still on the compound when I was in confinement. Normally within like 3 to 4 days, my phone would get sent back there to me. Well, this time right here, you know, after like my 4th, 5th day, you know, I'm sending word for it, you know, on the compound and to where it was at. And like I said, everyone that was around me at the time was all gang members. You know, it was all flooded with different gang members, different organizations. So me having a jack and being a unaffiliate, you know, is kind of like, it's rare on compounds. You feel me? So anyways, I'm sending word from my phone. The whole time I'm sending word from my phone, you know, they're giving me the runaround. They're like, oh, it's coming. It's going to be there in all 2 days. Oh, boy, we'll have it by there by tomorrow. You feel me? So I'm like, you know, they're just postponing me. Now, when you're in a gang, you feel me? Most gangs, you're not allowed to, you know, steal shit. You got to take it. You feel me? If someone went and took a shower and you went in their locker and you stole their gym shorts, you feel me? That shit right there, that's stealing. Now, if you walked up to them and upped on them with a banger and was like, man, let me get them shorts right there. You know what time it is? You know, that's taken. You feel me? Or, you know, when someone's not looking, you take their shit, you know, feel me? There's the difference between stealing and the difference between taking. So when it comes to gangs, you feel me? They're normally not allowed to steal. They got to take it by force, you feel me? So anyways, after like a good 5, 6 days went by, you know, I'm still sending word. Boom. Now, my dog at the time was affiliated. He was their brother, you feel me? So he's in the box also, but he's in a different wing. So me and him are sending kites back and forth. He's hitting his brothers out like, boy, it ain't nothing about fraud, blah, blah, blah. Y'all got me fucked up, da, da, da. And I'm telling him like, boy, when I get back on that compound, your brother such and such going to have to see me. And he would like, oh, and they will. He's like, and he will, because that's Flaw's fault. He's like, I got you. Now, what happened is my jack got handed off to 2 of their other brothers from where it was at. And then they told me, oh, yeah, it went over there because it's closer to confinement dorm. You feel me? You got to, like, get it from point A to point B. You got to, like, have pit stops. So since my dorm was on the whole other side of the compound, they handed it off to 2 of their brothers who stayed a dorm over, actually, from where the box was. They stayed in G dorm at the time. I was in A dorm in the box. I'm telling them, oh, all right, okay, cool, I could dig that. So it's even closer. It's already halfway across the pound now. You know, I know how to do confinement time, so I know how to just fall back, and I know, you know, it's going to get there. You feel me? Because it got sent to me every other time by the same people. So, you know, for the most part, come to find out, the 2 people who had it were postponing, though. They thought they could hang out on it. You feel me? So they were going to just sit there and postpone it and take their sweet-ass time to bring me my jack. You feel me? Not knowing that if I don't call the streets a certain person within every 6 days, they automatically would deactivate it. So it wasn't even activated at the time. they're walking around with a phone that ain't even on at the moment, trying to get it to work and shit like that. And all because they wanted to hang out on it now, you feel me? And what it was is, once I got sentenced on my DRs, they decided, fuck that, we ain't sending him his phone. You feel me? And that's what it was. Boy, Frog just caught 240 days in the box, boy. You know what I'm saying? Boy, this a free $600 right here. We might not send it to him. And then my dog, at the time, like I said, he was, you know, his brothers would come see him and shit, and then he'd send them kites and shit, let him know, boy, it ain't nothing. This is, boy, y'all better get Frog his phone, boy, it ain't nothing. Because I was cool with some of them on his face, you feel me? So, and these same dudes, though, when I was on the compound, I was mobbing and rocking with them, though, for like a good 8 months. Like, they was my dogs, you feel me? I went to confinement a couple times. They sent my jack. You know, I had hold down man give it to them. They sent it to me. You know, shit like that. But this last time, boy, they was like, shit, you know, Frog might not even hit the compound again. 240 days? That boy might never even hit the compound again, you feel me? And sure enough, I never hit the compound again at Charlotte CI. You see what I'm saying? So there was no way I could have pressed about my phone or any of that. You feel me? I mean, like, I know they wasn't going to send me my money. I know they weren't going to go ahead and cough up $600 and send me no money. Maybe when I hit the pound or whatever, they would have been like, all right, boom, we'll reimburse you with another jack or something. But I know they weren't going to send the money, you feel me? So, as I'm behind the door, like I said, telling my dog, like, boy, when I hit the pound, boy, your brother such and such got to see me, bro. And he was down with it, sending me kites and shit, like, boy, and they will. Because they went against his word, too. You feel me? And like I said, if they going against their own brother, damn sure, what can an unaffiliated do? You feel me? So, guess what happens after that? Who comes to confinement? The same two who was postponing, you know, to send me my shit. So here they come back into confinement. They done got caught with my jack. You feel me? That's why I say God don't like ugly. What goes around comes around. Bad karma. If they would have just sent me my jack, they would have never got caught with it. You feel me? And then the whole time I was in confinement, they never came to my wing. I never seen them or nothing. And they got shipped from Charlotte before I did. You feel me? So it was literally nothing I could do. I was already behind the door. You feel me? That's why I look at it like it was more stealing than it was, you know, like robbing. Like, they didn't take that from me because there was literally nothing I could do. You feel me? I was already behind the door. The gang sergeant came and picked me up from transition. My jack was in the dorm when they came and picked me up and took me to confinement. So it was like there was nothing I could do about it. You feel me? I was just behind the door. I had to eat that. And then it wasn't like they were telling me, oh, that shit took. You know, that shit took, bro. It is what it is, bro. Charge it to the... While I was in the box. Because then I would have been sending word out there. But it wasn't. It was more like they postponed me while I was back there. And then as soon as word got out to where them boys came to confinement for my jack, man, I started getting kites sent on my door from the Zoes, from the Eastside Bloods, all them talking about, Frog, what's up, big boy? We don't like how they did you, bro. We don't like how they did you. And then these other organizations wanted to take flight. You feel me? They were like, boy, they got Frog fucked up because Frog was rocking with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, Frog was cool hell with them. He trusted them people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, other gangs wanted to get involved. You feel me? Like, because they fucked with me. They ain't like how it was done. You feel me? But me, I was behind the door. So, you know, I was like, nah, y'all, I ain't going to send... I don't want no war to go on about me, you feel me? So I just, you know, I ate that shit. And then the gang sergeant was flipping my room for Kfrogtv. Every 2-3 days, he'd come and flip my room. He'd get a step ladder with a drill gun. He'd undrill the lights, look all in the lights for a phone. He would flip my whole room every 2-3 days. So really, it's like, shit, if I do make him go ahead and cough up a phone while I'm back here, do I really want to get caught with another phone? You see what I'm saying? Like, I already got 240 days back here. You feel me? So it's like, do I really want to get caught with another jack while in confinement? You know, like that's straight. I know I'm going straight to CNN. You see what I'm saying? So it was like, I was better off not getting the jack at the moment. And then these two come back there for the possession of the cell phone. They end up getting 60 a piece for it. End up getting shipped behind it from Charlotte and everything. You feel me? But it was like such a fucked up feeling to me because it's like, damn, it was people I was cool with, you know what I'm saying? And they looked at it like, you know, Kfrog's out of there, 240 days. Most likely he gonna get shipped. That's how they were looking at it. So they got it from me while I was behind the door already in confinement, you feel me? And these the same people that I mobbed the compound with, you know, got put in the shit because of them and everything like that, you know. So I rocked behind these people, you know, basically in different situations because they were my dogs. I didn't care that they was a gang, you feel me? They was in an organization. But I rocked behind them the same way as like a homeboy, you know, like they was my dogs. That's what it is. Whatever you rep, that's cool. That's you feel me? But we click, you my dog, we rock with each other. Anything that they got into, I was involved. Anything I got into, they was involved. That's how it was, you feel me? Like, we ate together. They hit the canteen window. Every time they cook, boom, Frog's Bowl, boom. You know, same shit with me. When I hit the window, boom, I get some shit, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. We all whip, we all throw down. That was my dogs. But it just shows, like, the slightest chance that someone has to come up off someone in prison, they will. Even their own homeboys. You see? So, me, I was more like, damn, dog, that's crazy. You feel me? So, that was, like, my worst day in prison to me. Because, I've had jacks knocked off before, like, by officers. But never, ever out of my whole bid did it ever get taken from me by an inmate, ever. So it was like, damn, dog, like, it's always a, you know, fucked up feeling when you get your jack knocked off, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like falling off of a bike. When you fall off the bike the first time, you know, it hurts, you know what I'm saying? And then you get back on the bike again, it's gonna hurt again when you fall again, but you're gonna learn how to ride longer. You see what I'm saying? So it's basically like, that's how it is. You learn, okay, boom, you got a jack. 3 weeks later, it gets knocked off. That shit hurts. You know, that's the worst feeling ever. Next thing you know, you get you another phone. Boom. Next thing, you got that one 3-4 months. Get it knocked off. Boom. Damn, that shit hurts too. But you got over the first time, so you know, okay, it ain't nothing you can't get over. Then next thing you know, it just starts getting better and better, and you get used to it. You feel me? So, to me, it was more like, damn, dog, you feel me? This how they gonna do me, you feel me? And it was really nothing I could do because I was behind the door. You get what I'm saying? And my phone was in the dorm when I got booked by the gang sergeant in transition. So it isn't like I was in the dorm and had it and then I handed it to him and went, you know, to confinement. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Or it isn't like my hold down man had it and then they robbed my hold down man for it. Because then it would have been like I got robbed as well. But no, it was literally like it was in the dorm stashed. And then when I went to confinement, they were postponing to send it to me. Kept giving me different excuses, all this shit. And look, they got caught with it. You see, God don't like ugly. You feel me? And I wanted to fade with him if I hit the compound again. And like I said, my dog at the time, you know, he was like, boy, and that's what it is, bro. Nigga, you gonna get that, bro. You gonna get that, boy, on my face, bro. You gonna get that. You feel me? But then at the same time, it's like they went against his word and he's their brother. You feel me? So, you know, it's just a tricky situation. So, to me, I don't feel like I got robbed. I feel like, you know, someone stole my shit, dog, and there was nothing I could have did about it at all. That's simple, you feel me? But I know that was a fucked up feeling. That made it to where when I went to my next camp, after I sat in that box 200 something days, and then when I went to my next camp, I ain't want to rap. I ain't want to be friendly with no one. They gang. The gang they was, you know, I seen them and shit, you feel me? But I'm not going to just go be friendly with them because I knew some of them at my last camp. I'm not like that, you feel me? I don't rock with all of them because of what they are. Then that means I'm rocking with the gang, you feel me? I rock with the individual, you feel me? So I seen a couple of them and shit like that. And they were like, oh, boy, we heard about you, bro, from, my brother told me over there and this and this. I'm like, yeah, you feel me? But it was never the same, like, or none of that, you feel me? Now, I could have did some creep shit and wet one of them. You feel me? Like where I landed at my next camp, just found one of their brothers and just, he don't even know where it came from. And it came from a grudge I was holding at my last camp. I could have did some shit like that. But really, I was on like, I think 70-something days, 80-something days before I go home. So it was like, shit, I mean, I'm finna just lay down. I'm at a new camp. You feel me? I'm at a new camp. This is where I'm at. I'm like, fuck it. I ain't never been this close to going home. I never had less than 100 days. This is my first time under 100 days. So it's like, shit, I'm finna just go ahead and lay down and fuck it. I'll just do these last couple months and go to the house. But when I first got there, I did run into my dog from Belglade. Shout out to my dog, Jeezy. You feel me? He was a blood. And I ran into him. As soon as I seen him, I'm like, Jeezy, what's up, boy? What up? You feel me? I need me a banger, boy. What? And he was like, boy, it ain't even like that over here, Frog. But, you know, I ain't want to hear that, you feel me? Because I'm used to, you know, the society that I was living in before that, man. There was so much tension and animosity that, you know, I was like, man, come on, man. Man, I'll be damn. He's like, bro, it ain't even like that, bro. It's not like that here, bro. Just chill, bro. You can just lay down and do the rest of your time, bro. It's so sweet here. And that's what I did, dog. You feel me? And then also, since I got transferred to DeSoto, I was in the same region as Charlotte. So when they come do shakedowns, it'd be officers from Charlotte. And then they'd be like, oh, look, there go Kfrogtv right there. Oh, Kfrogtv, yeah, we just shook it. And then the officers that worked our dorm during shakedown would be like, who? They'd be like, you don't know who Kfrogtv is right there? This and that, isn't that, man? So many phones and this and that. We just shipped them from over there. And officers were like, oh, okay. So, like, I had officers on my trail already, you know? And I just stayed in my shell and just, you know, I was just vibing. I was still just that cool-ass white boy, but I wasn't on that getting no bangers and getting no jack and everything like that. But at DeSoto, when I did my video on DeSoto, as you see, I had put live footage in there of when had a jack at DeSoto, you feel me? But I wanted to see if it could be done, and it can, you know? So my whole meaning of this video is anybody can get robbed, anyone can get stole from, anything like that. And then it be the people you least expect, especially when we're speaking on in prison, you feel me? Now, I don't hold no grudges or nothing like that, you feel me? But at the same time, if I would have hit that compound again, the ones that got caught with it, if they would have got out of the box, they would have had to see me. You know, if I would have went to the next camp and they were there, yeah, they would have had to see me. Like it wouldn't. But there was literally nothing I could do. What am I gonna do? Work myself up and just scream and holler and be a door warrior? Cause literally, I ain't come out of that box for 200 and something days. Never hit that compound again, and got shipped to reception, South Florida Reception Center. Stayed in the box there a week, and then got shipped to DeSoto Annex. So it was like, man, you're talking about almost 260 something days later, I finally touched down on a compound. You feel me? But like I said, if it would have been Charlotte, I would have hit that compound again. Any one of the ones that was still there on the pound, I would have went up to like, hey man, look, something got to be, man, hell no, y'all got me fucked up. You feel me? So, but there was really nothing I could do. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I was already behind the door, you know? So that was like an experience. And that was like one of my worst days in prison due to the feeling of how I'm like, nah, what the fuck? Like, I didn't expect this, you feel me? Like, I was so used to it always getting sent back to me, you know, and shit like that. Like, every time I went to the box, it was there within 3-4 days. So I'm thinking, boy, it ain't nothing now, you feel me? I know the routine. I know how the schedule goes, you know what I'm saying? But then you got these dummies that think they're gonna, you know, they're gonna intercept. That's what they tried to do, which they did, actually. They intercepted it. Yeah, we'll bring it, you feel me? And then tried to hang out on and got caught with a jack that wasn't even connected, that they couldn't even get on. That shit had like 3 passcodes. I had it to where like the officers couldn't even get in if they wanted to. You feel me? So like that shit that right there was like a story I figured I'd share with y'all and break it down and let y'all know. Like that's the first time ever that another inmate got KFROG for their cell phone out of my whole bid. Every other time was COs during shakedowns and shit like that. You feel me? But I was willing to go to CM behind my phone. Like, there's been scenes and incidents where people would, you know, want to rob about them and come in there, oh, boy, we heard a white boy got a cell phone, and I have a banger like, shit, it's what it is, boy. Like, I be damn, boy, I'm going to CM about mine, boy. That's $600 right there, boy. That's my baby, boy. You got to take care of them phones like a baby, boy. You tripping, boy. That's him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. That's exactly how I was carrying myself and rocking out about it. And then look, the same people I had put trust in on the compound got me while I was behind the door. Once they figured out that I was already sentenced, they waited till my DR court. That's why it took so long. You feel me? That's exactly what it was. After a week, I got sentenced, and that's when they were like, oh, yeah. And then, oh, yeah, they just kept postponing. You feel me? But anyways, man, I appreciate y'all watching this video. Like I said, anybody can be robbed in prison. Even if it ain't by knife point, even if it ain't by hands, even if it ain't by finesse, even if it ain't by anything, it can happen. You never know. You feel me? But anyways, y'all go ahead and drop them comments. Let me know if y'all even consider this being robbed or whatever y'all want. I appreciate all y'all watching this shit. And until next time, this Frog.